Hey guys, welcome back, and today I have a special segment where I'm going to take you behind the scenes in my house, but most importantly I have my friend Charlene here who's curious to know what is my typical day look like. So what is it like being a CEO working from home in the comfort of my own house, and she just wants to know, like, you know, between morning to night, what do I actually do? So do you want to start doing in the morning what happens?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll show you what happens. So this is my clean bed because I always have a cleaner. So that's my number one tip around growing your business, is when you have enough funds, don't go and buy yourself a handbag or another car. You need to actually have a better lifestyle. So one of the investment I have is a cleaner who comes regularly to clean my house. So I sleep here, but most importantly, I do not sleep with my phone. Okay. Now the reason why I don't have my phone is because I need my phone to be ringing loudly at 3 a.m. So I wake up at 3 a.m. because there's a lot of things I need to do before the kids wake up. So let me show you where I place my mobile phone. So it's in the kitchen, far away from home, meaning by the time I walk here, I'm awake because I have to, like, you know, turn it off or that. But if you leave it on the side, human like you, I will probably snooze, right? And so the moment I turn it off, I also get myself a glass of water and lemon. Now I'm sharing some of these things with you because those are my little hacks to having, you know, that energy, that passion, that the way I live my life is I really do try to take care of my health as well. So lemon with a glass of water, the moment you drink a glass of water, you actually feel really like fully awake. And so the next thing I do obviously is brushing my teeth. This is where my toothbrush area is. But what I do next is I'm going to take you through my self-care or my morning routine that I do. Okay, so let me just get my computer actually. Okay,
So 3 a.m. is actually very early.
Yeah.
What time do you sleep?
Okay, I have to make sure I have 6 hours of sleep. So if I go home late till 10, I'm going to have to sleep into 4, unfortunately. But most of the time when it's a normal weekday, it's 9 p.m. sleep, 3 a.m. wake up. Okay, so lately I have been sitting here as my morning routine. And so the reason why I go here is that I need my computer to open my Notion app. So in my Notion app, which I'm going to show you here, this is a computer app that I use to make sure that I tick things off. So I would wake up and write down my dream. So I actually like to log in my dream and how my sleeping was. And then I would also do my journal. So I use this app to create my journal, prayers, etc. So this daily tracker helps me to tick off certain things. So I would actually do everything up to here by the time it's about 3:30. So it's journaling my dream, do a bit of meditation. So the tip around meditation is you don't need half an hour, an hour. I would always kind of go with the flow. Whether sometimes I feel kind of uneasy for some reason, I would go for 15 minutes of just really, you know, being present. But some days I'm feeling really well, I just needed that 5 minute almost of this meditative prayer. And so, but I just needed a little bit of time to close my eyes. So it's not, you have this framework, but you don't have to be so stiff with it. So some days I actually allow myself to have a longer self routine, and some days it's a lot shorter depending on my situation. But overall, having a clear daily tracker keeps me on track. And so this is where I would kind of do my little morning routine of meditating, etc. Now, the next thing I want to share is about 6 o'clock is where I do my exercise. And guess where I do it? Let me go to the gym now. It's right here. So I'm lucky to have found this program called DIYPT. And Charlene, who's filming me right now, is part of it too. And it's very, very convenient. And so I just have my computer out, turn the Zoom on, and open my mat, and I'm exercising right here. This is where I exercise. And if ever I want to do extra exercise and also some time off, I also bought myself this foldable treadmill. So this treadmill will give you no excuse to not run, because you don't have to worry about the weather, you don't have to worry about space. It's not a big bulky thing, it's right here. The purpose of me buying this thing is I'm always thinking about the most efficient way to do things, because if you don't make things easy, like the book Atomic Habit, which I recommend reading from James Clear, is that it's always about creating a process so that the habit's easy. For example, if the phone's next to you, there's a high chance of you turning it off, but you leave it over there, you'll turn it off, and then you'll lead it to the next thing. So having a treadmill here, I knew that it will make me not lazy because I can just open up, watch TV, exercise while I'm watching a documentary or etc. And I'm not affected by anything. If I have a treadmill that's big, I might have to leave it in the garage. And if it's in the garage, I'm gonna most likely not do it. So that's my tip.
Yeah. What do you do after exercise?
Okay, so after I exercise, actually just before I exercise, I also fit in time with my husband. So we love to have a coffee right here. So it's between 5:30 to 6 is when we exercise. Actually, my morning routine goes up until about 4 o'clock nowadays. And then 4 o'clock to about 5:30 is when I'm working on my most creative work or most deep work that I need a lot of brain cells in. So I call it the high impact work time. So 4 to 5:30 is when, I'm working. And sometimes when my husband wakes up early, I'm like, what are you doing awake so early? Because you're ruining my sharp focus time. And then because at 5:30 to 6 is the time I designate for him. And so then we have a coffee here before he goes to work. And that's when I have time for exercise. And then the kids usually wake up at 6:30 or 7 and I'll be running around with the kids.
So when you say creative work from 4 to 5:30, you mean your the things that are at the top of your priority list?
Yes, I found, and so the reason why I wake up early is not because it's cool and I wanted to be like those other successful people, but because I realized how my brain worked so differently. Like if I was to write content for social media, the words would just come out. If I needed to solve a hard decision or some sort of idea that I need to come up with, it just flows. And so when you get the result that you're after at that time, you can't help to wake up early because that's when you're the most sharpest. I also found that by the time everyone wakes up, there's this mood that I feel that I can't describe. It's like I'm on top of the world. Like I've already ticked off so many things and achieved so much and you guys haven't even woken up, Or like even on weekend, if I wake up early and it's 12, I feel like my day is so long and I got to enjoy it even more. Yeah.
Awesome. So what do you do after your coffee?
Okay, so coffee time, picking up the kids. I'll show you where I work. And this is where I work. And this is my desk. And I have 2 screens and it's just here. Okay, so now I'm going to share with you what do I actually do online, right? And so this is pretty much my work and everything is in this computer here. So let me share with you some of the apps that I use and how do I communicate with my team? How do I actually work with the rest of the team members? So come with me. So this is pretty much my office. So Slack is, imagine it like my, a physical office that you have rooms called the social room and these are all your members in there. And then, you have different managers' room. And so this is where I work online. This is, if you want to imagine it, this is my virtual room. Other apps I use is Asana. So this is a great way to project manage your work. Asana is used to create projects and assign to different people. So I usually work up until about 2:30 to 3 o'clock. Although it sounds like I do a lot of hours, it's really very flexible. So sometimes it could be out going for lunch. And what I love about working online or scaling myself out of the business is me being able to take time off, go for lunch and being able to work on other businesses. So even though my day is full now, it's not because it's the one business outsourcing angel, it's because I'm starting a new business. I'm writing a book, I'm doing so many things. Yeah. And so I would work up until 2:30 to 3. And what I love about that is that when you have kids, you're kind of forced to stop working, because you love working so much that you could probably go on and work a lot longer. But I love that at 2:30 or 3 o'clock, I stop, prepare to go pick up the kids.
So one of the misconceptions with online work is that, people end up working around the clock. You don't do that, do you?
Yes. So it's very important to have boundaries, like as in have distinct categories. Like I said, I have that half an hour with my husband, right? Where I dedicate, it's all about intention. It's all about setting out. And now even after I pick up the kids, it's like my day's off. I don't work on the computer anymore. I'm doing things around with them. And it's up to you though. If you don't have boundary, if you don't have that morning routine set, if you don't have those structure, then your days will just be reacting to everything. Well, thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed my episode behind the scenes at my house with my morning routine and all my day routine. If you have any questions, love to hear in the comments below, and I'll see you again next time.